Hello MacroHeart community, welcome back. So we all know that blockchain scalability is a big issue and there have been many attempts to solve this problem. And today we are going to discuss the two most prominent solutions to solve this problem, namely sharding the blockchain versus rollups or layer 2. So first of all, let's discuss blockchain sharding. So sharding, as the name suggests, consists of breaking down the blockchain into smaller chunks and then creating a protocol where each of these chunks can communicate with each other. Now, I said that breaking down the blockchain. What does that exactly mean? So, this can either mean breaking down the network of miners so that now with the same number of miners we can have more sets of miners and therefore we can have higher transaction throughput. So this is known as throughput sharding. Similarly, we can also shard only the underlying ledger of the blockchain where every miner verifies every transaction. So this is known as state sharding. So in state sharding, the ledger is divided into chunks so that each miner only stores a partial ledger. However, there is no significant speed up in the throughput. Now, sharding might seem like a good way to scale blockchains. However, sharding comes up with certain limitations. For example, one of the limitations can be reduction in security, especially in throughput sharding. Similarly, another limitation in case of state sharding can be reduction in the throughput itself. So that being said, sharding is a very intuitive way to scale blockchains. So essentially, you are just dividing the network of miners or the ledger itself into smaller chunks and then you are verifying each sub ledger. So it's a pretty intuitive solution. On the other hand, we have the solution of rollups or layer 2. Now, rollups consist of an altogether new blockchain which extends one slot of the main chain. Now, the good thing about rollup is that you do not need to change the underlying protocol of the main chain. It is an add-on solution. And if someone comes up with a better design for a blockchain, then this blockchain can be used as an extension to the main chain. However, rollups suffer one of the biggest problems, which is communication between two separate rollups. Now, since a rollup is an extension of the main chain, this extension is only one way, which means that if I send certain assets from one main chain account to the rollup account, then the rollup chain will detect this transfer. However, if two accounts exist on two separate rollups, then the first account cannot send any asset to the second account in the separate rollup because the main chain validators cannot verify this transfer. Therefore, although rollups have their own benefits, which is no upgradation of the underlying protocol, rollups suffer from intercommunication problem and we need another third-party bridge which can help to communicate between two separate rollups. But what if we take the best of both of each of these solutions? Which means that what if we use sharding to scale the main chain, which is being used as a settlement layer, and at the same time we use rollups as not the main chain but only as an application specific chain, which means that if someone wants to build an exchange on top of Ethereum, then they can create their own rollup or they can just fork one of the existing rollups, and then that rollup can only be used for that DeFi exchange, because in such a scenario there is hardly any use case where you want to transfer an asset from one app to another, and that too instantaneously. So we can avoid these situations. And on the other hand, sharding will scale the main chain while preserving the intercommunication between two separate shards and keeping intact the robustness and security of the main chain. So this is how we can use the best of both scaling solutions and create a sustainable scaling solution to the blockchain ecosystem as a whole. So that's all for today. If you find this video helpful and insightful, then press the like button and subscribe to MacroHard, where we are building the next economy. So see you guys next time, and until then, bye bye.